How are we, everyone? My name's Christian and I work for Allstate Pest Control. My day starts with a coffee usually, which you'll see at a later time. I jump in my car and check my iPad and work out where I need to be for my first job. All right.
Hello?
Hi, Tiffany, it's Christian from Allstate Pest Control.
Hi.
How are you?
Yeah, I'm good. How are you?
Fine. I will be there in probably 5 to 10 minutes, if that's okay.
Yeah, that's no problem.
Excellent. All right, we will see you
Okay.
soon. Thank you.
Bye.
No worries, bye. All right, beautiful. The blackbird up there, sitting on the chimney, is getting into the client's roof. There we go. You see that? I'm going to get my ladder. I'm going to get up onto the roof and assess to see what the problem is. This is a measuring wheel. I'm going to measure the perimeter of the house to work out how much gutter guard we need for this property to fix their bird problem. Easy, thank you, have a nice day, thanks very much. So in here, the termites think this is timber. It's actually poison. It's environmentally friendly as well. We've installed this in here because termites travel below the surface about 300 mil looking for food. So we've installed them here to protect your home. So they'll go through, if they find the station, they'll start feeding on it and then taking it back to the nest. Now the nest could be up to 150 meters away in any direction, usually in a big tree that's out there somewhere.
Yeah. Okay.
So basically the 550 will include to do a full inspection to the house. We come out, we check these stations. If everything comes back clear, we tend to put you on a 3 to 6 month visit plan, which is inclusive of that 550. So at minimum, twice a year we're coming out. Or if we do the inspection and we find any activity, so any live termites chomping away at any of your timber, we will change that to monthly or every 2 months, depending on the species of termites. So the frequency, I guess, changes, but you pay the 550, full inspection, and we monitor these stations throughout the year.
Right.
You get a timber replacement guaranteed to your home. Basically, customer had an existing system installed. New owner, I've just come through to explain how the system works and if she wants to continue with the system. So she's going to have a look over everything. We're going to send her some more correspondence in what happened previously, and hopefully we get her on board as a customer. We are heading to a possum assessment at a property. We'll speak to the client and see what we can do for them. And sometimes the jobs are a little bit further away. It's all part of the service. We travel all over South Australia. 43 minutes. Maybe we stop and get a coffee, what do you reckon? Alright, part of my day is going to go to a friend's coffee shop. We've got a couple of minutes to spare to get a coffee and refuel. So we'll be there shortly. You're going to make me a coffee or I'm going to make it myself? This is my local coffee shop, our food project. This is where I come every single morning before work for a coffee, and if I'm hungry, something to eat. The second best coffee in South Australia is our food project. Only do it outside. I mean, if you have spiders inside, do you have something inside, or?
No, it's just that unfortunately one of my sons married an American and she's scared of spiders and scared of bloody everything, you know. And he's coming for a month in December.
Okay. What we do is we do an external spray around the perimeter of your home.
Yep.
And then in the manhole we'll dust.
Okay.
So there's nothing inside really that we're going to do, unless you have a specific problem inside. We might do a spot treat, but it is all done outside. And once it's dry, okay, so...
Have you got a card?
I do.
Thank you very much.
That's all right.
Gentlemen.
That's all right. Anytime. You too. You have a great day, and if you need anything, thank you. Always on the job. If I had $1 for every time that happened, I'd have a lot of dollars. Very, very common. Sitting in the car ready for the next job, and I'll get a knock on the window. I'm always here to give advice to anyone and everyone who requires it. That could be a potential spot. See how there's a gap there?
Yeah, it says that.
Yeah. So we got to look at those gaps, as well as with possums. You can't only find where they're getting in. They will eventually find the other one, and then you're going to call me, they're back again. So we want to make sure. Do you mind? I'll just walk around and have a look. When I'm done, I'll yell out and we'll pop inside and have a look. Okay, alrighty. No worries at all. Thank you. We'll get started. So the client has a concern with possums. So what I'm going to do is assess the perimeter and find all the entry points so we can proof them and then put a cage in the roof to get the possum out. Is that okay? Are you happy with that? Perfect. Not a problem. Thank you very much for your time. We'll be in touch. That's okay. Have a nice day. See you later. Now off to the next job, another possum assessment with one of our technicians, Mark. So I will give him a call shortly to see if he's on his way, and we'll get to the next job. Cheers. Okay, so it's lunchtime and I've got to eat something. A local little Vietnamese bar that I frequent in if I'm in the area, to grab a quick bite to eat and back on the road. Alright, so lunch is done. Off to the next job, which is another possum assessment to see if we can fix their problem.
Just wondering whether it's jumped and been looking around and either made another hole or found that hole that was fixed, and I don't know.
Yeah, so, and it may be them jumping on the roof, from the roof onto the tile. There's just been enough movement for the tiles to start sliding down.
I understand.
Alright, so we've assessed the property. We've done some previous proofing at the property. All the other proofing is fine, but we have found a potential new entry point, so we will put together a quotation to proof it and put a trap in the roof to get any possums out that may be nesting in the roof void. Yeah, that's not going anywhere. So what I'm going to do is just have a look around the external perimeter of the property for any potential evidence of termite damage, and then measure up the property and recommend our treatment options that we can provide to the client to protect their home. termites can come up and start feeding on that timber. So if I do see any timber laying around, I always like to check to see if there's any potential activity, or advise the client that they should probably move it on and put it in the bin if they don't need it, basically. We use a moisture meter to detect any moisture in the walls. Now, it's not a termite detector, but if there are high levels of moisture, it's always good to use a moisture meter to identify if there is any moisture around. Sit. Good boy. Can you shake hands? Oh! Basically a rundown of the system and how it works. We'll do a full inspection to your home. So what we like to do, use a moisture meter. We want to check all that. We moisture meter all the walls. We get into the roof void if there's access, do a full roof inspection. Yep, I saw the manhole there in the other room. Now, the termite monitoring baiting system is Centricon always active. Every single station has one of these active bait rods. They're environmentally friendly to make it easy, nice rectangle. And coring into the concrete or paver every 3 meters around the perimeter of the home. So this will go directly into the ground. Stainless steel cap is going to sit flush with your paver or concrete. If we find activity anywhere inside the house or outside the house, we will bait those active areas. Now, if it's internal, we use a bait box like this filled with bait, and we'll fit it to any area. Termites will start feeding on that bait, taking it back to the nest, wherever that may be. Once a month or once every 2 months, based on the species. So I've just emailed the client the quotation. We'll wait to hear from them and probably follow up over the next couple of days to see how they're going. Okay, let's go. Can I have one of mine, please? A very good South Australian family-owned business and a good friend of mine. Support your local. All right, ladies and gentlemen, last job of the day. Going to go and have a look, do an assessment and provide the client with some preventative measures for termite protection. Okay, so we've had a look at this bench, if you call it that, and we've found just down the bottom here, if you can see, all the mud leads, and I've just pulled away some of the mud leads and found some active termites, so inclusive of protecting the home. Now we know there's live termites, we'll treat the active areas and focus on protecting the home with either a baiting or liquid treatment, depending on what the client decides on the day. So that was the last job of the day. Now I'll head back to the office and tidy up the remaining quotes that I have, send them off and follow up on other leads and quotes I've done earlier on in the week to see if we can book some more jobs on for our technicians to do some treatments. Thank you very much. This is a day in the life of Christiane at Allstate Pest Control.
Allstate Pest Control. Get rid of unwanted guests.